Well, hello and good morning, everybody. Getting ready for a nice stream. Just gonna sit back, relax, take care of any situations that happen to rise up during this. Today we're mostly going to be dealing with the fact that we have new rivals on the rise. The East is sort of tearing itself apart. Thought we were about to have a new Persian rival, but it's taken care of itself. There is a new threat gathering in the steppe, which is the human Kipchaks. They're going to make a pretty big stretch across this whole area. The Slavs are still out here doing what they do. And our new big threat is definitely But the new big threat and the new big rival is Otto. Otto the Great has spawned in, and he's on his way to forming the Holy Roman Empire. Or at least a new major German kingdom. Ourselves, we're mostly just sitting here, reincorporating the former territories of the Eastern Roman Empire, bringing them all back once and for all under the yoke of Constantinople. See that Coptic Christianity is spreading quite nicely in this area. In this game, it really looks like the Islamic world is really suffering. One thing that we are going to do, though, is we are upgrading the themes. The thematic system definitely needs to just be completely overhauled. So I want to grab another thing of cataphracts. Another thing of pikes. And we're good on archers for right now. Don't know why I deleted both catapults, but we'll have another thing of catapults. And we want the catapults to be here in Constantinople. Place our other cataphracts down here. And our spearmen we're going to hold here. This all looks good. Don't really need that building there. So let's discuss how the thematic system actually worked, why we let it roll on and see how it is. So when the Islamic invasions came and happened, followed up by the invasions here in the Baltics, the legionary system just basically broke down. The Empire could no longer meet the demand of how the legions under Emperor Diocletian had organized them. Basically, the field armies and the border guards, all of that, could not really be kept up. Come and pay homage. So the theme system was set up now. It went around and changed quite drastically throughout the years, but generally, how each one of the individual themes worked was where one of the major armies happened to have been at the time became a theme. And each one of the themes had responsibilities. Well, we gained a nemesis for some reason. Anyways. Where the armies happened to have been became themes. And each one of the themes would specialize in something very in particular. Also, generally would have been giving a certain amount of troops to the Imperial Army. So, for example, this theme right here would be responsible for ships and the requirements of the Navy, while also providing their allotment of spearmen and archers. Each one of the themes was supposed to be fully capable of defending itself and then coming together in multiple thematic armies, well, in multiple groups to form a thematic army, which had been led by one of the strategos. And multiple themes together would form one of the actual, as I was just saying, the thematic armies. And there tended to be a few of them during the time, but you would generally have the 1st and 2nd Eastern Army and the 1st and 2nd Western Army. And then above the thematic armies would have been the Tagmata. And the Tagmata, there were a few of them, and then there was the Imperial Tagmata. Basically, these were the forces directly under the control of the Emperor. And they were appointed and allotted and divided across the Empire as elite troops. And the Tagmata themselves, just like where they got their name, were primarily large cavalry, basically the cataphracts. And then there were some more elite soldiers like we have right here, which were like professional foot soldiers, archers. But they were primarily these heavy-duty cavalry formations. Later on, they would be accompanied with the Varangians, which hopefully we will be able to actually have them relatively soon. We're right on our way for another Dynasty Legacy soon. Private Army, and then we will have the Guard. Now, something I do want to do, like, we have West Slavia, it is going and doing its thing over here. We have Otto doing its thing. But before Otto or anybody else could go and do, we want to take out this rump state of the Western Roman Empire. It's definitely a threat politically, because it is one ran by a lot of the nobles from the old Western Roman Empire. When basically when the previous imperial dynasty went over, recaptured this area, all of that. And the last Roman emperors in the West are somewhere around here, unless they were completely ousted. There they are, Pendragon. So we're just going to... I do have strategists already. We're just going to wait for our personal Tagmata to fully... Got the strong arm. That's a nice nickname, actually. So we're just waiting for our Imperial Tagmata to fully... That works for me. Just to have it fully back and operational. And then we're going to take this decision right here, and we're going to declare this little offshoot of Christianity as heresy. And we're going to use a holy war to basically reincorporate this into the empire. And basically remove any chance of having a rival Western Roman Empire form up. But, unfortunately, with Otto, things might be getting a little spicy. Surprised that hasn't turned back to, like, the, Kingdom of Armenia, but oh well. Why is there a seduce scheme going on? Just gonna keep getting our order back up in the empire. Our player heir is still out educating, basically, the King of Armenia. Can we attack? Yes, we can. We're going to gather our armies right here. We're going to declare them heretics. And we failed to No, we didn't fit. That's interesting. Shall use the Latin language. Basically, unless we have like a really major large-scale threat of another empire, we're not going to raise the Imperial armies all the way up, and that would be requiring multiple thematic armies to gather. Like we have been before, we're primarily going to be using the Imperial Tagmata. Mostly for a roleplay purpose. And a Holy Order, which represents basically the Guard. And we're just going to start our campaign and just begin sieging down this territory. We tolerate no rivals. Up there's their armies. We're definitely going to march up this way and take them on. Not really going to have enough. Alrighty, now we're just going to continue with the sieges until we have enough war score to just suck all this in. We're making tons of money. Just the riches of Constantinople almost being at 50. It's getting quite crazy. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of it because that is definitely a, I've had the carpet random event before. That is just somebody trying to kill me. We have another sun. And the king over there is already sick. Why can't I get him to come over here? Interesting. There's no invite to court option for some reason. Now, basically doing this little strategy, by the way, of only really raising your men-at-arms to fight, unless you're like really fighting a major pure, is also a good way to keep step factions, or just basically any faction that's raid focus, from coming and being a problem. The Poles have converted to Catholicism. We did have an opportunity, and we sort of forgot to look into that, and boom. King Otto has united the Empire of Francia. And there we go. Our buffer state has fully... Interesting. Our buffer state has fully been incorporated when it comes to being an ally. We can fully focus on this war without any sort of problems. Now we can get our sun down here. That'll be a while. Should catch them here. Still not worth really worrying about yet. There we go. Just surrender to us already. Absolute control. Our vassals are being very nice and cooperating. We haven't had like any major vassal problems. And the historic invasion of Italy is going on. Lovely. And just to hurry this up, I'm gonna have the levies go over here. Wallop them with the sheer amount of numbers. Why our Imperial Tagmata just continues pushing forward. There we go. And now we no longer need to worry about this group. Have another bit of our family, and it will remove the old Western Roman by just having them incorporate into our dynasty. We want to go ahead and create this and start putting vassals. Alrighty. What age? And we're just going to do the same thing that we did last time. Just want to make sure we have somebody from one of the noble houses. Very small duchy right there. Not even really looking at their stats, I just want this area put under control. And to make sure they don't already have territory for themselves, you know. The House of Justinian. Interesting. Oh, come on. I didn't give them more. Did I? Fix that. I just granted them that too. We'll fix it if we remember it. If not, it's not a big deal. Just gonna be a particularly large duchy. Why do you have that? Succession is sort of weird sometimes, but we'll get it. First thing we're gonna do is just start turning that all back to Orthodox. Looks like Otto is actually getting pushed out of Italy. At least for now. passionate, that works. We have him becoming a steward, but I'm thinking the learning focus. Now we can't change it. Too bad. It's a bit of a problem. Works, and we're gonna repair all of our stuff. The more they pay homage to us, the closer we're gonna get to basically having everything we need. His artistic flair shall be nurtured. We're still keeping an eye out for trying to find some of the Eastern Roman artifacts from the last dynasty that have been lost. Like the crown of Justinian. Let's see. Carlings. Works for me. The Abbasids are still out doing some things. Cuman kipjacks are growing. Apparently that's just a powerful kingdom. And we keep just getting more and more stressed. Time for us to go on a bit of a thinking a feast. A nice large-scale grand feast with the Patriarch as the guest of honor. And I want to befriend the Patriarch as well. Let's see how well our cultures have been spreading. Doesn't look like it's really spread at all. We might have to manually do it. It has spread in, basically Jerusalem here. Let's see. Weird. Looks like the Islamic powers have basically overrun the Iberian Peninsula. Surprised the struggle is still going on. We've become friends with the Patriarch. And that feast basically got us de-stressed, so we're all good there. A Satru. Do we have a Viking? No. I was gonna say, if that was a Viking group, that would be interesting. But it's just a new Magyar. Looks like Otto has been stopped for right now, so we might just have a new Frankish Empire. If North Africa falls, that wouldn't be too bad, to be honest. Back under Islamic control, because then we could just wage holy war and reclaim the whole province. Like we have been before. love that I can just declare war with no... Does the Pope have my artifacts that I'm looking for? It's got the second highest court. The Observer will be good with that, and I want to finish out this character's life under the Scholar focus, just so we can pick up our cultural fascinations a little quicker. And 8 more years, and we're going to have more men-at-arms. And I want to pick up another thing of Imperial Archers. Our Holy Orders have quite a bit of a nice... That's interesting. Cataphracts. But the Empire is looking really nice right now. Thinking Otto has basically gotten himself involved a little too much in too many things at once now. So he's sort of tied up. We're 67. Crusade. Crusade for... Okay, that's interesting. Getting a new kingdom over here, potentially. The Avars are putting themselves back together again. The West Slavic court is starting to look nice. Man, if the AI takes, like, all of this area, it would be interesting. They would have to try to take from us to get the, unite the Slavs, but still. Sweden getting big. They are expanding, that's fun. A bit of de-stress going on. We haven't had any major Chinese force really spawn in, so that's good. With the Historic Invasions mod, one of the things you can turn on is the Fantasy Song Dynasty, which will come and just invade somewhere around in this region. Do we have any Mongols actually in power? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, the Yugis have turned inbred. Not good. We're rich. I think we're gonna hold ourselves a grand tournament here in Constantinople. Some horse races. And a melee. We're gonna watch. Actually, we're old. We're gonna take place in both of them. I want only the finest of prizes. You'll be my champion. No time to lose. Grand tournaments, from a roleplay point of view, is definitely a way for us to show off the splendor and the might of Rome. Just like in the days of old, having the mighty chariot races. So something we're going to start doing is just having these regular tournaments. Let's go to the tavern. Go higher. We'll go to the village. Just gonna increase our score as much as possible. Quite a race. It's all fair. I wish there was like a little more stuff when it came to the tournaments and things. A little more visual would be nice. We'll go with this one. One more push. And we had a good old we've won the horse races at least. Our champion. A strongman show. So, sorry about that. Glory will be ours. And she's nobody we worry about. We will win a victory of a soldier. We need a victory. One more push. And we weren't able to win that one, but we'll get them next time. We got a prized ring, though. Yeah, later in the game, the grand tournaments do get quite crazy. I wonder if that's going to form the Empire of Francia. That'd definitely be kind of dope. Not gonna lie. We're gonna send them a gift. Ah, we're old, we're starting to forget things. And we've gotten ourselves a granddaughter. Cultural fascination. So that's down now to 5 years. How much more does our dynasty need? Not a lot. Not a lot. That way we got. Sell their lies elsewhere. The Cuban Kipjacks are just marching across the steppes. I like that Saxony has survived. It's actually quite impressive that it's survived by itself as long as it has. Where's Rome? 37. So we're a good bit more developed than everywhere else. Age. There we go. That's very nice. So let's see what we need for a certain decision. Tunis, and then all of Italy. And then a living legend. Alright, we got ourselves a new court physician. And Romulus is just definitely going to be one of our weaker emperors after a string of strong ones. I want a Stuart. Who has heritable. One of the previous dynasty holders, that works. One of these three are going to become emperor, and we'll figure out which one we want. Maybe a Constantine the Eighth. He's definitely a lot better than his older brother. Emperor Valens. Good. It looks like they're expanding again. Britain is just a whole bunch of cursed. It's like there's Anglo-Saxons, Picts, Franks, Visigoth. They're going to take the decision to become the Iberian Empire. Constantine VII has been a successful emperor. He's created a new buffer state. He's shored up the empire. We've taken out any rivals to claim the throne. How can we get, like, a claim? On their throne? Actually, having the Yumieds reestablish this area wouldn't be bad at all. Hispania. Because we can holy war for a lot of their territory. He's vengeful. I could use a nice warhammer. Our buffer state is going out, being a nice buffer state. Just need 37 of their counties, and we'd be able to claim it. And the Empire of Francia has come. even though Otto hasn't formed the Holy Roman Empire, him just grabbing and uniting Francia again has definitely been a new major change in power. That works. I keep selling those whenever I could be giving them to the Patriarch. A new attempt at the Sassanid Empire returning. Ah, we got ourselves a glorious Warhammer. Time to get rid of that. Very nice. Make the clergy like us more. I'm really debating on what I want to do. I could just ignore Italy and start on the reconquest of North Africa. Which, that wouldn't be bad. Got nowhere to put them, so that's nice. I want mangonels after this. See, I guess the best that we could do is just to try to make a couple of footholds in Italy. And just push our way across. Looks to be the best that we can do. There we go. Take this, bring it down. Youth and vigor. Would be praised. We've become infirm. Carefree, get some less stress build up. Oh, we are so close to getting private army. So close. Pedestal item. Our character's gonna die relatively soon. We're in decent health. It's treason, then. Ah! Well, that's interesting. Might have some internal problems starting up. Against Kaiser Otto. And Syracuse. We're gonna do the last major war of this character's life, and that's just right in time, actually. Gonna create ourselves a house guard. We do want to go ahead and make a little Italian foothold. There we go. As soon as we get our 500. I'll let them take the old armor. Good, they've converted to Orthodoxy. And somebody's trying to murder me. I'm not surprised. And we are dying. Project is worth investing. Very good. Long live the Basileus. We're going to fix up our court. Get the best that we can. He is a marshal, so we're going to go ahead and be in the strategy focus. Let's take a look at our succession. I definitely want the third child. When we get up to it. We're gonna break his betrothal. I want age and inheritable along with them to be a child. So they're still got some time before they actually get married. Merovingian. Another house of Merovingian. Pretty sure this is the house of Merovingian. No, it's not. I'm not sure if that would hit inbred or not. Because we do want to keep the alliance. But I forget how the game actually does inbred. She's got quick. pure blood will know. It's actually a decent trait that we want, where we don't have to actually do the inbreeding. That means this dynasty is super inbred. We'll hold them in a grand wedding. We haven't had one yet. Excellent. We'll have to get their claims again, but they'll be fine on that. We've got ourselves a new emperor. We have quite a few characters. He's just not that good at all. Might just grant him a territory and forget about him. And that's all we really have time for. Let's take a look. How much more? We should be seeing the first of our major reincorporations of these titles into the Empire. But we're going to start a really large-scale undertaking in the next episode. Basically, the next stream and the next episode. We are going to begin the final push to take the decision to reform the Roman Empire. So when we come back, it'll be the next subsection, which will be called the New Belisarius. We'll be seeing you all later, you alligators. Bye-bye now.
Biggest thing
think of a finer man for the task. Retake the former Western Roman Empire from the barbarians. Deliver it to our beloved emperor on a plate. These games should be in your honor. When I heard Justinian had you in mind, I can't say I was surprised. After all, You were his uncle's favorite bodyguard. Not to mention your accomplishments at the Battle of Dara. And the way you suppressed the riots in Nika. You are the last of the great commanders. And your loyalty is clearly above question. However, the ruins of Rome are a wild and unpredictable place. A lot can happen out of reach of these fragrant walls. A man might look about him and think perhaps that it is all rightfully his. Good luck, Belisarius.